presented by DC Lottery. Lots of people win. I'm Kelsey Nicole Nelson, joined as always by the one and only Fred Smoot. Fred, how are you today?
I am great. The holidays have been great. I keep a smile on my face around this time of year. It's just always good. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays, if not my favorite holiday. And then I love going into the new year. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's exciting. We do our New Year's resolutions. You see the outfit, Fred, right? I tried to do the Christmas theme. I'm like you. I love Christmas. It's just a joyous time of the year. I really wish we could be like this all throughout the year. But I think especially in 2020, we really needed this end of the year wrap up. And we're hopeful, Fred, for a good 2021. I'm feeling hopeful, Fred, that things will get better. How about you?
I'm not mad at 2020. I think 2020 reached down and made us appreciate the small things. I think 2020 made us revision what life is really about. So I'm one of those people, like, it ain't such thing as a bad thing. Like coaches always tell us, problems are obstacles and life is an obstacle course. All right. So you got to be ready for those obstacles when they come. And I think 2020 made us really reach down and say, you know what, that's not important. That used to be important to me. This is important. The finer things, the small things, my kids, my family, spending time. So 2020, I don't look at it as a curse.
Here in Washington, we got stronger as an organization. One of the big things that happened in 2020, our name change, Fred. We are now the Washington football team, right? We're no longer that Washington R word. And now we're going through this process. What do you think that said about our organization as we hope to continue to change this culture?
I think it's an example of what 2020 was about. At the end of the day, to build a house the correct way, once you got a good land, you have to burn the old house down. You have to burn the old house down completely, because just painting over the walls ain't gonna do it. Like, the stench of the old house is still there. I think just looking into a new future with the new name. And of course, we haven't chosen it. It could stay Washington football team. Who knows? But just understanding, okay, this is what we have to do. I know it's a lot of nostalgia. I know it's a lot of history. I know everything to it. But to turn the page, just because you in the book, you in the same book, it's just a new chapter of the book. And I'm fine with it. So I thought that was a great step forward by Dan and the rest of the guys over.
And talking about change moving forward, Fred, we had a lot of change in Washington. Julie Donaldson, right? She joined. She's the first female woman in an NFL broadcast booth. It's crazy that it just happened in 2020. Of course, she's also our senior VP of media and content, and what she's brought to the game broadcast has just been incredible. Jason Wright, also our first Black team president in the National Football League. Fred, Washington is continuing to set first.
Hey, well overdue. Well overdue. At the end of the day, I got daughters that I'm raising. I tell them every day, everything your brothers can do, y'all can do it. Like, this world won't stop you. Only thing that can stop you is you can stop yourself mentally. So I'm happy the front office took those steps. I'm happy the front office, looked and said, you know what? This is not about being equality. This is about the fact that she can do the job. He can do the job. So at the end of the day, letting women take these spots, letting women fill these gaps in, I think we're way behind the 8 ball on that. But like you said, it has to be a first in order for it to be a second, third, fourth, and a fifth. And when people like Julie Donaldson and people break these molds, they open it up for people like my daughter. So thank them for all the stuff that they do.
Before we go to break, I want to ask you, what drives you, what motivates you to succeed?
I don't want to waste a day on this planet. At the end of the day, my grandma put something in my head when I was young. Don't let a day go past without being great. At the end of the day, if you're reaching for greatness and you fall short, you still better than 99% of the world, because they not even trying. So me, myself, I take no day for granted. I always keep a smile on my face and have good energy no matter what's going on with me. Problems to me are just stuff that you need to work on to get past it, but it's not what makes you. It's not who you are. And I'm just one of the people, man, I'm gonna make the best of my time here. And when the day is gone over and when I'm not here anymore, I tell people, put a smile on my casket, because I enjoyed every inch, moment, second of life.
I love that, Fred. I think we're both smiley people, so I feel everything that you hit on. There's so many things happening in the world. We just have to stay positive, stay happy. Yeah. And Chaplain Fred is coming, Fred. I felt every word that you said. That was presented by Nissan, and we'll have more after this quick commercial break.
DC has a home for the greatest hits of all time.
That would be Michael Jackson for me.
DC's greatest hits.
Madonna. Billy Idol.
Live here.
Cyndi Lauper.
Bon Jovi.
94.7.
Blondie. The Eagles.
The Drive.
Yeah.
Give it all you got.
We've been training for the Shipathon because the obstacles are bigger than ever this holiday. Shop and ship early. FedEx.
We love our new home. There's so much space.
We have a guest room now.
But we have ants.
You're slouching again, Ted.
Expired. Expired. Expired.
Thanks, Aunt Bonnie.
It's a lot of house. I hope you can keep it clean.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Which helps us save a lot of money.
Oh, Teddy, did you get my friend request?
I'll have to check.
Aunt Joni's here.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
It's 2020. Let's make a splash. Play the DC Lottery's Roaring Cash.
DC as a home for the greatest hits of all time.
That would be Michael Jackson for me.
DC's greatest hits.
Madonna. Billy Idol.
Live here.
Cyndi Lauper.
Bon Jovi.
94.7.
Blondie.
The Eagles.
The Drive.
It's all-wheel drive season, and your local Honda dealers are bringing the best deals of the year. It's clearance pricing during the Happy Honda Days sales event. Dash through the snow to a rugged and adventurous Honda. Check out the entire all-wheel drive truck and SUV lineup. CRV, HRV, Ridgeline, Pilot, and Passport, with features like Honda Sensing, Magic Folding Seats, and 3 different driving modes. Clearance pricing is here, but it won't last long. Don't miss clearance pricing at the Happy Honda Days sales event, now at your local Honda dealer.
Welcome back to The Life, presented by DC Lottery. Lots of people win. And as always, each and every week, our Women of Washington release a weekly podcast highlighting great women leaders both in and out of the organization. Here's a snippet of this week's interview presented by Fresh Fine Wine.
Let's just focus on what was the positive, what was the good that came out of your 2020. Steph, we'll start with you.
Of course. I still, from a couple episodes, I'm going to go with this same thought process of 2020 making me be still, more still than normal. I'm so active. My brain is always going. I'm always doing, over signing up, over saying yes to everything. And I was forced to be still and reevaluate things. And so I think that that's the overall good for me.
All right, Fred, so our internet and our timelines, everything was full of memes and funny photos for 2020. It helped us to get through 2020 because so much was happening. I'm gonna go right to you, Fred. I already know you have a favorite. I know who it is, but why don't you tell our viewers?
The worst and the best meme of 2020 is one Nate Robinson. All right, one Nate Robinson, but in the air, knocked out, let the coach down to get in there and get beat up that bad. You are not only the meme of 2020. I don't know if Nate Robinson can come outside in the next 6 months. Put it like this, he let everybody in the world that's named Nate down. Like if your name Nate, you can't even talk no more.
Caught him. Down. Lord have mercy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord.
And something that also became popular on the internet, we saw these memes, right, of how it started versus how it's going. Those have honestly, Fred, been some of my favorite. And I think it also helped us to get through 2020, but it's great to see the progression that some people have made in their careers and lives. Some people, went from, single to pregnant with the baby. Just a lot of great things, Fred. So what about you? Did you do any of that?
Well, how I started, I never put one of these up. I'm not really into that. I don't like to do what everybody do. But if I had to do one how I started, I got a picture of me making a grilled cheese sandwich when I was in the hood, in the ghetto, with an iron. And now I can put my grilled cheese in my air fryer. How about that?
Aren't you fancy, Fred?
How I started, how it ended.
The come up is definitely real. And switching over to political memes, how it started is Mike Pence did not have a fly on his head, and how it ended is that it did. And then we could not get over the fly, Fred. That became one of the most. I don't remember what was said in that debate. All we could focus on, Fred, was that fly that just would not move. It would not move.
And the fly was the most unhealthiest fly we've ever seen. It was the fattest fly we have ever seen. in our life. The Fly did more talking in the debate than Mike Pence did.
And staying on political news, Vice President-elect Kamala Harris actually had two of them. You know, we had the "I'm speaking, give me some respect," and also remember that video when she called Joe Biden and said,
"We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States."
Did you see the one that they mimic her saying, "We did it, Joe," with the lady finding a PlayStation 5?
Yes.
And called her husband and said, "You know what? We did it, Joe. We got the last PlayStation 5 in America." Hey, both of them are the same rejoice.
Oh my gosh, it's the best thing. I feel like now anytime I accomplish something, I'm doing that, Fred. We did it, Joe. Like, it was just so classic. So Kamala is the gift that keeps on giving. None of us can be mad. And that was honestly one of my favorite memes. And then also, last but not least, Fred, did you see that everything is cake? Have you seen those memes?
Yeah, it looked like I seen one that looked like an old tire, and it looked legitly like an old tire. Why would I want to eat an old tire?
You know, some of my other favorite ones, Fred, and yeah, you should never eat an old tire, is the elf on a shelf. Have you seen those ones?
The elf on the shelf, this guy is wild. Like, it takes people to make things funny. And I've seen the elf on the shelf by a commode. I've seen the elf on the shelf driving cars. I've seen the elf everywhere he should not be.
Yeah, I have nothing to add in. Those are hilarious. So if you ever see me looking at my phone laughing, that's probably what I'm laughing at. I promise I'm not crazy. And Fred, to switch tides and topics, Smootradamus time, Fred. We're heading into this last regular season game, Fred. We need something good from you, Fred. We need that pick correct, Fred. How badly are we gonna beat the Philadelphia Eagles this Sunday?
First of all, Smootradamus is going to start it off like this. With us being a city with so much history in it, Washington, all the presidents, us being what you call a just worldwide type city, we're going against Philadelphia, a city that not only has a cracked bell that they worship, they actually have a statue of a man that don't exist and never have existed in Rocky that they worship. And we're going to beat them so bad. I think the one thing about it is we have a group that plays for more than just the football team. They play for each other and they play for coach. And 2020 has been a wild year. What better way to end this year than going to the playoffs and being an underdog in the playoffs? Because the last two teams that went to the playoff with a losing record won their first game. We are the team nobody wants to play. We are the team that's going to the playoffs. We are the team with this young group of guys. They're going to get a taste of the playoffs. And when they get a taste of the playoffs, you can't lose that taste. I'm going to go 31 because Reggie Miller was one of my favorite basketball players. I'm going to go 31-10.
Oh, I like it. So we're whooping. Sorry, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, we're going to beat them by 21 points because I like Deion Sanders too.
Well, there you go. I like that pick, Fred, but I think I'm going to do a little bit more safe one. I'm going to do 27-20. I'm going to do 27-20. We win. No, Fred, don't shake your head.
You have no confidence in the guys. I got confidence in the guys.
But we're winning by that touchdown. It's going to be an epic game. All the fans are going to have to watch the full football game. And I'm also excited. Prime time, Fred. We got move. We got flex. So it's going to be a great game. As always, I'm Kelsey Nicole Nelson. He's Fred Smoot. Thanks to everyone for joining us for this special edition of The Life presented by DC Lottery. We hope to see you next time.
Happy New Year's.
DC has a home for the greatest hits of all time.
That would be Michael Jackson for me.
DC's greatest hits.
Madonna.
Billy Idol.
Live here.
Cyndi Lauper.
Bon Jovi.
94.7.
Blondie.
The Eagles.
The Drive.
At Honda, we take the holidays seriously. With serious style and serious capability. So while others may be decking the halls, you could be dashing through the snow with the best value of the season. Now's the best time to get into a new Honda. KBB.com's best value brand for 2020. Visit Happy Honda Days at your local Honda dealer or shop online to get a great offer on the CR-V.
It's 2020. Let's make a splash. Play the DC Lottery's Roaring Cash.
Free healthcare, hundreds to more than $1,000 per month in disability compensation, and tens of thousands for college tuition. These are just some of the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs benefits that may be available to veterans. VA is focused on customer service like never before. Choose VA and see why veterans' trust in VA reached an all-time high. Claim the benefits you've earned at choose.va.gov.
DC has a home for the greatest hits of all time.
That would be Michael Jackson for me.
DC's greatest hits.
Madonna.
Billy Idol.
Live here.
Cyndi Lauper.
Bon Jovi.
94.7.
Blondie.
The Eagles.
The Drive.
It's touchdown time again, and maybe time for you to score too with the Washington Touchdown Scratcher from the DC Lottery. Don't miss your special chance to win the top prize of $50,000 instantly. There's over $300,000 in total cash prizes remaining. Get your Washington Touchdown Scratcher today, only from the DC Lottery. Lots of people win.
You can hear every Washington football team game on the Team 980 and streaming on the radio.com app. Listen to Kevin Sheehan, Brian Mitchell, and Steve Zabin and more on the official home of the Washington football team.